The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Aaron Rodgers was asked, hey, you won 7 games last year without you. How many games can the Jets win this year with you? And his answer was awesome. We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
There goes my hero.
Oh,
As he goes.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Happy Saturday, Jet fans. And of course, we are another day closer to the start of the Jet season. Our big announcement earlier this week, our weekly guest lineup for the Jake Asman Show all throughout the Jet season. Every Monday at 10 a.m., we'll be joined by Joe Beningo. Monday at 4 p.m., Will Parkinson. Tuesday at 10 a.m., Robbie Sabo. Tuesday at 4 p.m., Andrew Fialco. Wednesdays at 4 p.m., Jeff Parles. Thursdays at 10 a.m., Nick Faria. Fireman Ed Fridays at 10 a.m., and Boy Green Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. Find me any show, radio, YouTube, podcast, you name it, that has a guest lineup like what we have cooking for you on this channel. So if you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side. And as always, like the video and continue to tune in each and every day. Now let's talk about the Jets, and we'll talk about some comments that were made by Aaron Rodgers. So this was an interview that was not an interview with an ESPN. It was not an interview that occurred on any of the U.S. media outlets. This Aaron Rodgers interview was on a British sports outlet. And Rodgers apparently knew the reporter pretty well because he was familiar with him after watching the entire thing. So this is from a, what is it? Actually, I don't have it written down. It's like a Big Sky interview. Not Big Sky. Something British. I don't know. I should have done more research on this, but I got to be honest. I have a life. I have things to do. So I pulled the clip, and I'll give full credit afterwards. But the interviewer did a phenomenal job. And this was Aaron Rodgers being asked a question that we pondered a lot on this show. Jets won 7 games without Aaron. How many can they win with Aaron this season?
7 games without you last year. How far can you guys go? What's the feeling at the moment among the players and yourself?
I think the feeling is that everybody knows in training camp there's 32 teams playing, but there's not 32 teams that could win the championship. There's usually less than that. I've said in the past 6 to 8, maybe it's 8 to 12 teams that could be there in the end. Obviously, there's some things that go into that. There's obviously injuries that can happen and hot streaks and cold streaks. But in the end, it's usually the best teams that are there. And there's usually, 6 to 12, 8 to 12 of those teams. And whether you want to admit it or not, in camp, everybody kind of knows in the back of their mind whether or not they're one of those 8 to 12 teams. We are one of those 8 to 12 teams. Everybody knows it. Our defense is going to be a top 10 defense for sure. Offensively, we have the ability and the talent to be a top 10 offense. So we're going to be there come December, playing for a spot in the playoffs, and then once we get in, we'll be playing for a spot in that final 2. So I love our chances. Know it's going to be a successful season for us. Obviously, we're praying for some good health, but we have the talent and ability to be one of the last 2 teams standing.
I love the confidence from Rodgers. By the way, the interview was done by Neil Reynolds of Sky Sports. He did a great job, so I recommend everyone check the whole thing out. Aaron clearly has done interviews with him before because he was very open with some of the answers to the questions that Neil Reynolds asked him. That said, Aaron all but guaranteed a top 10 defense for the Jets. He's right. They could be, and really, with some decent injury luck, they could be better than that, as they've been the last 2 years with no help offensively. You look at now what the expectation is for the offense. You know what they should be? They should be a top 10 offense. The bare minimum. Aaron's right. They could be better than that. But he's right, and I love the confidence from Rodgers, right? Everyone knows we're one of those teams. 6 to 8 teams that can win every year. Everyone knows we're one of them. I just love it. He's right. This team won 7 games without him last year. They are a legitimate Super Bowl contender with him. They are. Even if they're not getting the MVP, Aaron Rodgers, if they're getting someone who's still in the 10 to 13 range, which I think is probably on the low end on where Aaron will be this year if he's healthy, they're a Super Bowl contender. But I love the prediction about a top 10 defense because it just shows you the confidence they have. This team's going to be good this year if he's healthy. And everyone talks about the Jets staying healthy. It's really just Aaron Rodgers staying healthy. They could overcome some injuries. Even last year, they could have overcame several injuries if the quarterback just stayed upright. But if they're healthy at the quarterback spot, they have a great chance to do something they haven't done since 2002, and that's win the division. And that, to me, is the expectations for the Jets in 2024. Make the playoffs, obviously, 1. But 2, win the AFC East. Win the AFC East and set yourself up with a home playoff game. Maybe more than 1 if you have a really good season. I mean, find me the team with this much talent on defense and offense, and then combine it with special teams. Both units have a legitimate chance to be better than top 10. But you'd sign for top 10 right now. You tell me the Jets have a top 10 defense for the 3rd year in a row, and they go from 32nd on offense to just forget 10. If they're just at top 15, they're a playoff team. But if they're top 10 in each, and the special teams remains as consistent as it's been the last 2 years with Morstead and Zerline leading their way, this is an 11 or 12 win team. And in my lifetime, the Jets never have top 10 offense, top 10 defense. It just doesn't happen. Jets haven't had a top 10 statistical offense since 2015. They still could have made the playoffs. So it has to change this year. And over the weekend, we'll see if we're hearing any rumblings of Hassan Reddick showing up. I believe the day for him to show up to get paid is Tuesday. At least for week 1. But the expectations for this team as we get almost a week out from the opener now, the expectations are win the AFC East, win a playoff game, go on a run. There's no shame if you go on a run, you lose to the Chiefs in the championship game. It'd be disappointing. It would hurt. But for a team that hasn't been to the playoffs since 2010, that's not a failed year. People will then move the goalpost, I'm sure, at that point. Oh, it's Super Bowl or bust. Really? Because some of you morons are picking the Jets to come in 3rd place in their own division. Now they got to beat the Chiefs in the championship game if they get there. Just watch how the goalposts will move if this team's as good as we think they're going to be. Because you have morons out there. Honestly, they're actually pretty smart. Because a lot of these idiots, they're not actually believing what they're saying. It's all performative. They don't actually believe words that come out of their mouth. It's just, let's go after the Jets because it's easy. Clickbait. Nonsense. Don't fall for it. But the bottom line is from an objective standpoint, talent-wise, there's a reason why they're the betting favorites to win their own division. And that should be the goal for the regular season. You haven't done it since 2002. That's the next step. But full interview with Rodgers there was great. Once again, credit to Sky Sports. The reporter's name was Neil Reynolds. If you type in Sky Sports on YouTube, you'll get the full thing. We're opening it up now to your comments and questions, your super chats. We'll cut the line. A lot of people want in on the conversation. So the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline is open. Click the link pinned in the comments if you want to call in and be a part of today's program. We say hello to Matthias, who is first up today. What's up, Matthias?
Hey, what's going on, Jake? How are you?
Big game for the Mountaineers today, baby.
I know. I'm excited. Hopefully, like the Jets, like everybody counts the Mountaineers and think they have no shot at winning, against these big games. They can shock the world. like you said, Jake, I'm just, as a Jets fan, I'll be, just grateful if we can just get into the playoffs, win our division, and then just win a playoff game. Like, people might say, oh, it's a failed season. The Jets were supposed to go to the Super Bowl and this and that. Listen, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm not trying to get my hopes up and not get too ahead of myself. Just win a playoff game. And then once that happens, you never know what could happen. Anything can happen in the playoffs when it comes to how talented this team is, like you said. What I'm really looking forward to when I was calling in last time when I was so fired up, I'm really happy and excited for Jordan Taylor, Tack McKinley, and McGregor. I want to see what these guys can do on the defensive line now that Hassan Reddick is still trying to sit out and still trying to play games with us. But I'm still confident, like you said, before he will show up for this game. I don't know if he's going to play against the 49ers. We'll have to see. But, time will tell. Anyways, it's time to shock the world, baby. I'm ready. This team is way too talented to not win this division in the AFC East and become a powerhouse. Have a good one, Jake. Let's go Mountaineers and Jets.
Matthias, I appreciate you. Good luck to your school. I saw Deuce McBride hit a shot yesterday on the McAfee show to win a West Virginia student free tuition. That was awesome. Everything's coming up Knicks this offseason, by the way. Love that. Anyway, look, we're owed a fun year. There's no other way around it. And I love the way Aaron talked about it. He's like, when you have teams this good, typically you're there at the end. He's right. We're just not used to having a team this good. More of your calls right now. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. There's 245 of you watching. There's only 70 likes. I know we could do better than that. So please hit that thumbs up button. It is free. It takes 2 seconds and helps the channel continue to grow. We say what up to
the only thing better than Alden's shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Hold it right here.
Whoa!
Jake,
It's Florida Ted in the house.
You got the wrong guy, Jake. What happened to you? You losing your mojo or what?
What's up, man?
I got a friend here. Actually, here.
Look who came to visit. We got our guy, man.
Hello,
NY Jets, Florida, in the house at Alden Shoe Store,
baby,
and family. Just popping in for a quick weekend. U.S.
I love
Open.
it. That's awesome. You buying some shoes at Alden's? You getting the full Bonesy experience?
No, he doesn't have to buy any shoes. His visit is good enough for me.
Just came in for a quick pop in, so just with the family. So
we're over here talking Joe Douglas.
Yeah.
Making fun of Gary. Just the normal things that us as maniacs catch up on when we're hanging out in real life.
I love it. Gary would be honored to be like, you guys are talking about me, so that means I'm right.
The best part about Gary is when he came and visited me, he was completely normal. He's the man. I fucking love Gary. And then when we get him on the show, he starts just wanting to get under Jake's skin.
Gary off the layoff has some interesting takes. He goes right for immediately to the bad ones again. He needs time to warm up and get the feeling that we're going to be really good this year, which we are going to be. He's got to get over the hump.
Hey, Jake, I don't know if you heard, but last night in the Maniacs fantasy football draft, I got Breece Hall and Aaron Rodgers. So
wow, what pick did you have, Breece?
Number 1. I had the first overall pick.
I love it. It's so funny. I knew there was no chance in a league of just as maniacs that Breece was getting by 1. There was just no way.
Yep. No, everybody was like, "Oh, is Bonesy going to take him?" I was like, as soon as the picks came out, I was like, "Guys, move on, because Breece is mine, baby." I got Aaron in I took him early, obviously. I took him in the 6th or the 7th, but I knew Ricky New York wasn't in there. Any of our homegrown guys, I would just take him to take him. So, but.
Well, I'm happy for you, Bones. I wish you the best of luck in the league.
Well, Jake, my brother, we love you. And it's days like this where we get visitors coming in. What a group of a family we have for the Jets.
That is true.
I mean, look at this stuff. This is what stuff is made of. And I can't wait for this year, baby.
Let's go.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
Jets. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. We love it. Hit the like button. James is up next on the show. What's up, James?
Hey, Jay, can you hear me? Is my mic
we hear you. We hear you, James. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Rodgers is a leader. I don't really care what anyone says. I mean, everything he says is great. It's phenomenal. I love to have him. But I wanted to recant my recent undefeated prediction. I do think we're going to lose a game because I think when we're 14-0, we might stop. We might put in the subs and we might lose one. So we might lose one game the entire season before winning the Super Bowl. I just want to be realistic here. And then anyway, is there any chance you're going to go to the Titans game in Nashville?
I will not be going to the Titans game. I'm hosting a watch party at T-Squared Social for it in Midtown. So I will not be going to that game. I plan to be at the London game and the Dolphins game in Miami.
Okay. Yeah. Because I might make it to Nashville. I only live a few hours from there, and luckily they're fairly.
You got to go. There's a ton of Jet fans going.
Oh, right on. Okay. And then
join my Patreon, get in the Discord, and go in the section for that game, and you'll see there's a ton of things happening.
Okay. All right on. And then for betting, I'd love to bet on them making the playoffs. What's the best avenue to go about betting on the Jets?
You got to find the best sportsbook odds. I don't have them all in front of me, but I would, do your homework on all the regular books and find whatever the best value you can get on Jets to make the playoffs.
All right on. And then, just to let you know, I've been working out just in case Reddick isn't ready for the season. I need to get a little bit bigger and probably a little stronger as well, but just in case you guys were worried about missing on a Reddick, I'll be here.
James, thank you for your service, sir. Join that Patreon, folks, not just for James, but for everyone. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. You join that for just $5, or you sign up for the year and you save 15%. I believe it's $51. One-time payment for the entire year. Then you get access to the Discord. You get bonus shows. You get shows released early. You get your name in the intro. And a whole lot more. For those of you who are going to my Texans event on Halloween, you had a chance to get your group rate tickets. Instead of paying $200 for a ticket for that game, you paid $135. That was one of the perks. Everything in the merch store is 15% off. So patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. No one's joined the Patreon in a couple days. The key is to go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show and sign up, and you're a part of the community. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. We will continue with your calls right now. Joining us on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than the Lane Train.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good.
Hey, Lane.
Oh, hi, Jake. Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you feel about Molika McCauley? Do you think he'll make the squad?
He was pretty good in Home Alone.
Not him, the other one. Corey McCauley?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they didn't need to do a Home Alone 3, but the first two were pretty good.
You like that movie?
I love it.
Funny.
Yeah, great. Joe Pesci was tremendous.
Yeah, I know. And then on the other hand, though, how do you feel about Johnson on the Jets? Yeah. Do you think he'll do good?
I think he'll do great. How about that? I don't think he'll do good, Lane. I think he'll do spectacular.
And do you know any news on if we'll get Harrison Hicks?
I'm not familiar with Harrison Hicks.
Yeah, like the Jets player that they haven't signed yet. His name is not the baseball player, the other one. Hicks.
Josh Reddick?
Yeah, Josh Reddick.
Yeah. I think Josh might not sign, but maybe Hassan, his brother, will.
Yeah, I know. I never knew he had a brother. And also, how do you feel about week 1? Do you think they could pull it out on the 9th?
Oh, they're gonna pull it out all right. They're gonna win, Lane. I guarantee
Yeah.
it.
I see them going 3-0 at the beginning of this season.
Why stop there? How about 17-0?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a 17-0 record. You could pull it out for that much. It will be like really good. And I have my Jets mug they got me. I'm drinking it.
Let's see it. There it is. That's not just a Jets mug, Lane. That's a Jake Asman Show mug.
I like it.
You have coffee in there?
Yeah, always.
What do you put in your coffee, Lane?
I put creamer,
Nice.
vanilla creamer. I mean, I like the hazelnut creamer. I would go to like McDonald's to get creamer to drink, or get a coffee at McDonald's. I like their coffee. It's hot.
Do you ever just sing to yourself, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it?
Yeah, do you know the old way they used to have it? The
No,
McDonald's song they used to have?
what was it?
McDonald's. Yeah, but the McDonald's coffee is like pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, it's like warm. And then so anyway, so how it was nice that I sang happy birthday to Bobby Midnight.
It was. You know whose birthday it is today, though?
Whose birthday is it next?
Sauce Gardner and Jalen Brunson. It's like the best New York birthday ever.
Really? I think they're like, how old are they now?
Jalen's 28 and Sauce is what? Probably like 24?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm actually turning 37 in October.
Who is?
Month. Yeah, I'm turning 37 years old.
You're turning 37.
Yeah, a lot of birthdays. It was Bobby's. He turned 53 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you do with Sauce Gardner? Do you think you start him?
Yeah, I think there's a pretty strong possibility that Sauce Gardner, who, to be fair, has had maybe two of the best seasons a corner's ever had to start a career, first team All Pro. I think it's a good chance he starts. I would start him. What about you?
Yeah, he could be good to start off week 1. Week 2, yeah, I mean, they cut down the roster from 50 players because you can't have everybody on one team. And also you start moving the ball. And anyway, how do you feel about the other teams that they have? Like the Broncos, they have a good team this year. Hopefully.
Yeah, but they don't really have a good quarterback, so I think the Jets will beat them.
Week 3, the Giants play. Well, I know they play the Vikings. And thank you for putting me in an Anchorman blue suit with a ring, drinking a beer, some kind of drink. Yeah. All right. So thank you, and have a nice day. Bye,
Lane. Thank you very much for your time. We love you.
Yeah.
Lane wants to know: are you in college?
I graduated from college.
Did you go to college with Knoble?
No, I did not. I did not go to college with Knoble.
Lane wrote in, can you cut him off? Lane's had enough of you.
Gee, thanks, Lane. I appreciate it.
Losing Lane is like when you lose Cronkite, you know? You lose the country. That's like Lane Kerner here. You lose the Lane train, you lose the country.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll just kick off Charles. Anyway, how do you feel about Al-Azhar?
Wait, Lane, hold on. What did Charles say specifically that irked you?
That whole rapping thing, I did not get. Yeah, so how do you feel about Al-Azhar? I don't know when the first preseason game is. Let me get to the paper. A lot of Olympic coverage. Oh, Texas and Bears. I hope the Bears win. Bye-bye. Thank you for taking my call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lane train. As electric as ever. Kings stay kings. Lane's the best, folks. Every call, you never know where you're going. But you know you want to be a part of the ride. And that is what we call greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of greatness, we will see this guy at our watch party at T-Squared Social in New York City. We say hello to V-Man.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he's not on the toilet.
Hello, V-Man. And is that Linus?
No, that's Lucy.
What's wrong, Lucy? What happened?
She's been scratching her eyelids too much, and you can see the irritation.
Oh, my goodness. Lucy.
Yeah, tell her not to scratch her eyes.
Lucy, don't scratch your eyes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I took her to the vet the other day, get some medication for her, and they said keep this cone on for about 3 to 5 days.
Have you ever worn a cone, V-Man?
No.
You never had to put on the cone of shame?
What is this, Up?
I'm just asking.
No, I have not.
Great movie, by the way. Great reference.
Yeah, no, I love that movie.
That brought me to tears at the end. Very sad, but very happy.
You know, although I showed my mom the opening, she could not figure out the opening of Up.
Who couldn't?
My mother.
V-Mom couldn't figure it out?
You know, I showed the opening. It's like, what? She could not, like, she's a person that's not good with visual storytelling. She needs audio storytelling.
Ah.
So I don't know what it is, but no, it's like they couldn't put together their whole life story. Yeah, but no, but
Jesus
honestly,
Jerry wants to know, what would happen if V-Man had that cone around his neck? Would he scratch his eyes?
I mean, you remember, I have hands. I can go. We're not dogs. We can get around the cone.
You have hands? I must have misremembered this.
She's just begging me to get the cone off. But we can talk about football. Man, I can't believe it's fine. I can't wait for that game Monday night. Gonna kick the 49ers ass.
Yeah, baby.
You know, I'm just looking forward to it. And honestly, you know what it is with the media. They bash the Jets because it's easy and it's going to get attention. It's all about, because that's what media, and especially sports media in general, is about these days. The mainstream stuff. It's not about giving you the honest to God information and facts. It's about hot takes, generating clicks, doing whatever they can to get attention, because the attention generates media revenue from advertisement revenue. So they'll come up, like I said, the most littlest of stories. They'll blow it up to massive proportions because they know people will click and look at that, and that's going to get them the money they want. That's all that it is. That's why you got to stick to the independent stuff. The more local, close knit stuff is where you're going to get the honest to God facts about everything.
Yeah, that take from you kind of reminds me of some of your other takes that you've given, over the last several months on the show, and also in your political life as well.
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You want to be a real political party, target areas where you can win. Until then, you're going to be the political clown show that every American and everyone on the left is going to laugh at. So, that's all.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man. We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You're a political clown show. That's what you are. Have you ever seen a Green Party activist knock on your door? I haven't.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
Yeah, that's fine.
I noticed you changed your little title below your name to Born in the USA.
I did not put that. I did not change that. I did not.
Well, you were born in the U.S., correct?
Yes, I can tell you that. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to this republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Give me a USA, V-Man. Let's hear it. USA. USA. Come on.
Yeah, I got things I got to do, man.
So you can't chant for your country?
USA. USA.
One more time without me interrupting you.
USA. USA. USA.
I'm sold. You're a real patriot now, V-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You have a nice day, all right?
Thanks.
Say hi to Lucy for us with that cone.
All right. I will.
Thank you.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
Folks, when you go from Lane Train to V-Man back to back, the bar's already set high. All right? But I'm here to tell you, I like the bar being set high, because we're going to keep it rolling with the heavy hitters.
B-Mac.
Look at my TV.
B-Mac.
I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets. Go Jets. Hey Jake, happy Labor Day weekend to you.
Happy Labor Day weekend to you, B-Mac.
Yes. See, I got the walk with the Yankees. Well, first of all, Lane Train is a legend. Love him. He always comes up with these incredible names. You know what I mean? And then the other thing is that I think what Roger said was absolutely right. I think that y'all all should be one of the teams in the mix to contend for the Super Bowl. You just gotta hope and pray for the football gods to keep everyone healthy, and then I think y'all got a chance to win it. My prediction is y'all gonna go 13-4 and get to the Super Bowl, and it's gonna be Jets and Packers Super Bowl. That's my prediction. And then the one thing is Trey Wingo. I don't know if you saw this, but Trey Wingo was on the Jets Afterburner podcast, and I was actually on there because I had to challenge him with some of the stupid stuff he was saying. But the one of the stuff he said it's ironic that the Jets, who have been a failure franchise, is relying on a guy who has been a failure himself in the postseason. So what do you respond to him?
Well, first things first, my response is this.
B-Mac. Hey, you hater guy. Allen sucks and JJ can kiss my ass before I wipe.
My response is simply, I do not care about Trey Wingo's opinion on Aaron Rodgers. That's it. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that when the New York Jets start the season, they will put on a team that is the best team they've had since maybe 1998, certainly since 2010. That's it. I'll take my chances with this team. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a failure in the postseason. He's one of a few quarterbacks that's won a Super Bowl. He's been an MVP, and he's had unbelievable playoff moments. The average points allowed for Aaron Rodgers-led teams in the NFC Championship games is 35. You think the Jets defense is giving up 35 points in an AFC Championship game? No chance. So you need a quarterback to have any chance to win. Aaron should have more than one championship, but it's not always his fault why he hasn't won. I mean, there's so many games that he's put his team in the best position to win, and it wasn't enough. His career playoff numbers are 45 touchdowns and 13 interceptions with a 100 rating. It's not worth it. That's why we bring up the stat. Aaron Rodgers is 81-10 when his defense allows fewer than 20 points, because he always wins when he has a good defense. He just hasn't always had a great defense. Hit the like button if you're tuning in right now. Let's get to a channel membership that was gifted by Stack. Folks, yesterday we had memberships that were being gifted and no one knew who got them. It was the Ghost membership show. If you saw the second show yesterday, I'm excited to say memberships are back. So if you want to give someone a channel membership, let's do it.
Oh, nice.
Stack, thank you. I don't know who got your membership because the chat was exploding. Big Zeus checks in and writes, yo, sup? J-Mags with an Maniacs super chat. J-Mag's been a channel member for 12 months, baby. The Lane Train, absolutely tremendous. He really is. The big fella checks in. Happy Saturday. Let's go, Big Orange. Vol Nation, stand up. 9 days until we show America we are back and they aren't ready. From your lips to God's ears, big fella. It is time to win football games. Yeah! Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, more heavy hitters are on the line. We say hello to Nate, parentheses Nate. Hello, Nate.
Hey, Jake, can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you.
No, man, I'm not familiar with these neighborhoods, man, so I'm just hanging with me. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things that I had seen. Hold on a second. Watch this. Sorry. All right. No, I'm good. The last time I saw the Jets play.
Whoa! Oh my God, Nate!
Jesus Christ! Oh, Jake. Oh, this is not good. Oh, again, you dude, help me out, man. Oh no, fucking! Don't touch my balls.
I don't know.
No, no. Fuck the bike. Leave the bike alone. Help me, you stupid asshole. No. Yeah. No, my leg. It's broken.
Very much. I
You-
don't know.
What
It's
that?
not good, right?
Jake, I better call you back, man. This isn't good.
Nate? We'll check back in with him in a few. Hopefully he's all right. You hate to see it. Yeah, this is the problem with the bikers. They think they own the world, and next thing you know, you might have broken your leg. So Nate, I hope you're okay. More calls right now. We say hello to Gary, who's on the line. Hello, Gary.
That got me. I thought that was real, right?
What do you mean you thought it was real? Of course it was real.
Okay. Is Nate okay? I mean, there's no concern in the chat for Nate. I mean, he may or may not be conscious right now.
I think he's all right. Yeah, he's fine. His leg may be snapped in half, but he'll be all right.
Yeah,
he's questionable for week 1. He'll be at T squared in a wheelchair.
He'll be all right. He'll be fine. He's a tough guy. Couple of things. What do Jalen Brunson, Sauce Gardner, and myself have in common?
Today's your birthday as well?
Today is my birthday.
Wow, what a week of birthdays for the Maniacs. That's unreal. Bobby 2 days ago, Gary today. Happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you, sir. I had a couple of things. First, Lane, tremendous call. And he's right. The McDonald's coffee, he said it's warm. Warm is an understatement. I can't drink it. You get McDonald's coffee?
I mean, not often. I really like McDonald's iced coffee, though, back when I would get it. I don't really go to McDonald's much since I moved back to New York, but in Houston, I would frequent it.
It burns your face off. You can't drink it for 15 minutes. Like, I want my coffee now. I don't want it 15 minutes from now. Lane's right. Like, it's undrinkable. I don't know why they serve it at 5,000 degrees. I like hot coffee, but that's ridiculous. Burn your face off.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I was supposed to go to a Longhorns game today, but I have a family. I have a niece who's in a hospital in Houston. She's not doing well. She's 16. My wife had to drive there, so I started to sell my tickets. But now, so I don't know. It's chaotic. I don't know what's going on.
Are you with Decker?
Decker's here. Decker's here.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys have something to do for the big Gary birthday.
Yeah, it's my niece is in the hospital and her like best friends. It's been a rough week.
I'm sorry to hear that. I would have. I wish I knew it was your birthday, Gary. I would have called Brock Bowers up and asked if he'd come on to say hello to you.
I wanted to get to that, but first, I'm half listening to the show. I'm half listening to College Game Day, and I have like an Ace Bailey highlight reel going on my phone. Like 3 things going on, and then I hear Bonesy say, "I met Gary, and he was like normal." Yeah, what do you guys think? Like some mass murderer Jeffrey Dahmer type? Like,
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. is that the perception of me?
Yeah.
And then Ted, NY Jets Florida, is with him. Well,
it appears like they were together. Yes, they were standing next to each other in the same location.
Okay. And then he said, like, I say things just to get underneath your skin. I want to address that. I like to get underneath your skin. I do. I don't say things just to get underneath your skin. I know what I believe that will get underneath your skin, and then I call in and say it. So there's a distinction. I'm not saying things that I don't think are accurate to get underneath your skin. What I say, like, I think Brock Bowers is going to be a Pro Bowl tight end. Probably this year, next year by the latest. That's what I think. Right? I think
somebody say Brock Bowers.
I think Joe Douglas is awful. I think Sean Marks is equally as bad.
Joe Douglas should have been fired 2 days before he was hired.
And then one other thing. I just found out I'm doing and I haven't done fantasy football in probably 5 years. I'm doing a fantasy football draft tomorrow with some friends from college. I haven't done it in 5 years. So anyone in the Discord, anyone in the chat want to give me some sleepers that I should know about?
Jameis Winston.
The last time I did fantasy football, I promise you, I had Jameis Winston.
I'm sure you did.
I 100%. I don't even remember what year. I probably did. It might have been 2019. It might have been a good pick. I don't remember.
The 30-30 year for sure.
I definitely had Jameis Winston. And then guys like Brock Bowers, what round is he projected to go?
In fantasy, not very early.
And what about the running backs like Bucky Irving, Jonathan Brooks? Where are those guys? Can I get them all late?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't have like my big board in front of me on where they're supposed to go.
Okay. Yeah, that's really all I got. Is anyone got any information? Any secret keepers that I should know about? Any late round sleepers I should know about? Let me know about it in the Discord, because I haven't done fantasy football in years.
Are you going to McDonald's to get a Big Mac today, or you're going to a gas station to get some pizza today to celebrate your birthday?
I'm probably not doing either one, Jake.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what about going to a nice Italian restaurant and getting a little chicken parm with some spicy rigatoni? You know, chicken and pasta, as they refer to it as.
We're not going to be doing that either.
Really?
It's hard. Like, we have one or two in Dallas that are pretty good, but it's hard to find an Italian restaurant that's any good in Texas, right? I mean, they exist, but they're hard to find. It's not like New York or Providence.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
well,
Italian
Gary,
food in Jake, it wasn't very good, right?
where?
In Texas.
No,
You were
it
in
was
Houston.
not. It was not. But you know what is really good? McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King.
Yeah, not so much. Did you ever eat something from McDonald's? Like here, I like White Castle. Okay, I thought White Castle was good. It doesn't like me, right? Like, I eat White Castle, and then it tears up my stomach for the next 48 hours.
You go all V-Man? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna V-Man chanting USA sounded more authentic than Alan chanting JETS. Do you agree with that?
You know, I think I do, but I'm surprised you're turning on Alan.
I'm not turning on Alan. I said to him, he sounds like a Dolphins fan who lost a bet and had to do that. After
Alan's ducking this show. I mean, he's going on all the other shows except this one. And then when I comment, I see him in there and I write something, he just ignores me.
You guys are both grown men. You can hash it out.
I can't hash it out. I have no way of getting in touch with him, nor do I really want to. I respond to him publicly.
Alan is a good. His pizza take on Connecticut pizza was the worst thing I've ever heard, and I'll tell him that. I'll say your take on Connecticut pizza is absolute dog water.
I see.
You like Connecticut pizza, Jake? Like the New Haven pizza?
Yeah, it's very good.
Do you think so?
Yeah, Connecticut pizza. It's. I mean, New Haven's known for their pizza.
So pizza foundationally is dough, right? Like if you change the dough, you change the pizza.
I don't have it in me today. Gary, thank you. Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday. Yeah.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Instead, go get yourself pizza at the closest Shell gas station, because chicken don't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
Ladies and gentlemen, who but Rick Kent to get us started with a membership party, baby? Let's go.
Show me the money.
Show me the money! Money.
There you go. 10 channel memberships from Rick Kent. If you're the person who gifts the Lane Train his membership, we're sending you items from the merch store. Donovan Schilling, generic YouTuber name here. Joseph Delgardo, S. Raya 15, Carmen Rulo, KJ, So Vasito, EJ, the Hennessy Heisman. You guys are all channel members. Welcome. Gray writes in, Jake, you convinced me yesterday to buy tickets for Pats vs. Jets at MetLife. Well, if that's the case, Gray, I hope you use SeatGeek when you bought your tickets and you use promo code Jake Asman. Support SeatGeek, our new sponsor. They'll give you $20 off your first order. So if you're buying tickets for Jets games this year, SeatGeek, promo code Jake Asman. Ladies and gentlemen, we get right back to your busy calls. We say hello to Joe Mike, who is one of the architects of some of our Edgemos on this channel. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Jake? How are you?
Hey, Joe. How are you?
So, real quick, I want to just make one point on the Hassan Reddick situation. I don't think a lot of people talk about this. Here's some of the facts, right? We know that he wants at least 25 plus this year, right? He's making 14 now. The Jets only have like $6 million in cap space. So there's like a $5 or $6 million gap So they probably offered incentives to him. He probably turned it down. So the only way that a deal can get done is if the Jets restructure contracts. Now, the point I want to make is now, since Joe Douglas is kind of like, it's either he's out this year if they lose, maybe he's not so willing to renegotiate contracts. Could that be possible? And then you got all these Jets fans saying, "Oh, we need to get ahead of Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Sauce." That's not going to happen, right? Because if Joe Douglas is not here, in his mindset, it's going to be like, "Why am I going to restructure these guys now if I don't have a contract in place?" So, Woody, if you're hearing this, re-sign Joe Douglas so that we can start getting ahead on these contracts, so you can save money in the long run. So that was just one point I wanted to make about the whole thing. Because there's like a $5 or $6 million gap. And the only way that Hassan Reddick is going to come in is if contracts get restructured.
Yeah, but I think he doesn't really have much of a choice at this point, unless he just wants to lose out on game checks each week, and then he's getting none of that $14.5 million. So I think he shows up next week and they do something to try and smooth it over. Incentives. They're not going to give him a multi-year deal. I don't see it. They could. Very easy for them to move some money around, but they don't want to. They want to use him as basically a hired gun, and then if they have him for only a year, they can get a comp pick back in return, and they basically got him for nothing because they traded a third-round pick 3 drafts from now.
All right, well, I hope so, but I have a feeling he wants 25. And
he might want it. I want to date Margot Robbie, but you can't always get what you want.
That's true. Another point, Jeff Ulbrich, right? Is it a reach to say that he's one of the top 5 defensive coordinators in the NFL?
I don't think so. I mean,
if
what hurts Ulbrich is the team hasn't won, right? So he doesn't get the notoriety he should for what he's done. Exactly. But yeah, he's a head coach in waiting. If they're good this year, he might have a chance of interviewing for some jobs, and maybe he would get one.
Yeah, that's my point. If we have the season that we expect we're having, he's going to be a hot candidate this year. Who do you think? And then let's say he does get a job. Do we have someone in waiting to take over from him? Would it be Middleton or somebody else?
So Middleton's the tight ends coach, so it wouldn't be him. I think their DC in waiting maybe would be Aaron Whitecotton, their defensive their defensive line coach. Their secondary coach would get some attention. Tony Odom would be someone. Emmanuel Marcan is, I think he's either safeties or corners, one of them. They would hire internally. Salah would create a pipeline where he would tap someone internally, like what the Niners did with Salah left, and then DeMeco Ryans became the DC under Shanahan.
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll be Whitecotton, and I think we wouldn't lose that much in terms of the systems already in place. And then one last point now. Have you seen the Super Bowl logo for this year?
I have not.
There's green in the logo. Just saying.
Yeah, but wasn't that Super Bowl logo theory exposed when the Ravens didn't make it last year?
But there was red, so the Chiefs were in it. So we just want one of those colors to be in there. So all I'm saying is it's a good sign that there's green in the logo.
Joe Mike, appreciate the call, my man. Joe Mike, a certified Edgemo creator. Folks, we need more channel memberships so we could add the Fireman Ed Edgemo that Joe Mike just made. All right. If we get 15 more, I can make an adjustment and get Fireman Eddie in there. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre with a super chat. Dre checks in. He says, I need the link to RSVP for week 1 at T-Square because I just secured my train tickets to New York City. Dre, the link is in the description to this video and every video over the last 2 weeks. But I'm going to make it even easier for you, Dre, because I love you. I'm going to post the RSVP link to T-Squared Social for the watch party unlike any other. Jet fans, tell every Jet fan you know there's not a bigger party in the Jet universe than the one we're throwing week 1 at T-Squared Social. I just posted it in the comments, Dre. We will have a watch party for week 1 and week 2. See you all there, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. The big fella checks in a $20 super chat. If the Jets beat San Fran and Reddick is still holding out, I expect Reddick to continue in the midseason. There'll be no urgency for the Jets, and he's past the point of no return. Ego and bad agent are an awful mix. Bad business. You hope cooler heads prevail, and Hassan Reddick realizes the best thing for him to do is to play football this year at a high level. Yes, he's upset with the money he'll make this year. I get it. He should be making more money, but I think he got bad advice from his agent. Show up, ball out. Someone will pay you next offseason, even if it's not the Jets. You don't show up. You don't put up good numbers. Why would anyone pay you at age 31 coming off a bad season, either statistically or where you just didn't play a whole lot? Why would someone then give you big bucks? Doesn't make any sense. You know what does make sense? Snowball coming through for the people. Let's go, Snowball. Let's go. Snowball, you were featured in this.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
If you hear your name called, courtesy of Snowball, you're a channel member. Joseph Baresi, Sneaks NYC, Jets Average Dad, Timothy Kelly, and Sauce. Happy birthday to Sauce Gardner. Sauce receiving a channel membership. Let's go. Marcus says, you guys see the week 1 picks. Virtually everyone picked the Niners. The disrespect for this team is always on road. Good. Let them pick the Niners. I think a lot of people are just assume the Jets have no chance of winning on Monday night. I think it's crazy. H2O says, I wish Aaron all the health in the world. We still need a contingency at quarterback. Yeah, it's called Tyrod Taylor. Let's examine this comment. You wish Aaron all the health in the world. We still need contingency at quarterback. I mean, yeah. You know what that contingency plan is? Probably the best backup quarterback they could have got. Right? Right? H2O Field?
Just shut the fuck up. I did not ask for the dim opinion that came out of your ass, so shut the fuck up.
Want to make that clear. That's from Bobby Midnight and not me. All right. More calls right now. Johnny Boy is on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. What's up, Johnny? Great show yesterday with Bobby Midnight.
Jake, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude. Bro, it was a blast. How does it feel to know that if there was 3 people that Bobby had to pick from to marry, he would choose you? It's pretty awesome.
I'm flattered and also a little creeped out, but I appreciate the support.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he said he would put the ring on it.
Mm-hmm. The only ring I want this year is a Super Bowl championship ring. That's it. All right, that's the only ring I want.
You and I both, brother, because I mean the way Aaron Rodgers was speaking in the very beginning of the show, talking about how we're gonna have a top defense, the offense, they got the talent and everything. How can you not like that dude, man? It's crazy to me that there's still people out there that say that dude's not a team player and he's not that guy. He's a quote unquote cancer, which I hate that term and everything in regards to that, man, bro. Like, I mean, look at that ring right there. I hope, bro, like that would be amazing, dude. I'm telling you, we win a Super Bowl, bro. I'm like crying, bro, straight up.
World champions, Johnny. That's the goal. World champions.
Hey, I did want to ask you for some fantasy advice because I'm gonna be part of the Asmaniac fantasy league because coming up on Wednesday for the draft. Should I go and get Randy Moss or Calvin Johnson as my first pick? I'm just kidding, bro.
Just shut the fuck up. I did not ask for the dim opinion that came out of your ass, so shut the fuck up.
Those are my thoughts, Johnny. Johnny's not even in our league. We do have our big draft, though, coming up in the Circus-sponsored as Maniac League. I got the third pick in that one. I'm not feeling as confident about getting Brees at 3, given the fact it's a league full of Jet fans. Nate says, does Johnny write these jokes down? I will say I love you, Johnny, but sometimes, man, sometimes you bomb worse than Zach Wilson.
He stinks. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
You're fired. Suck it, truthers.
Man. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in before we wrap up our show today. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. I'm going to gift the membership right now. I'm in a giving mood. I'm going to pay it forward to the people. All right. We'll make that happen. Reminder, Mad Dog Sports Radio tomorrow, 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday morning, Labor Day. If you're on the road or you're getting up, put on the ESPN New York app. I will be hosting the morning show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Maria Marino on the station, filling in for Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg. Let's get a membership gifted right now, huh? All right. How does that sound? How does that sound, right?
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
All right. Here we go. I'm pulling it up. YouTube is very slow, but there will be a membership that will be gifted shortly for someone that's lucky out there. Ladies and gentlemen, if YouTube would load, it will tell me who's about to get a membership. It has been gifted, and the recipient of the channel membership is Frankie Serrano. Congratulations, Frankie. You are officially an Asmaniac. Big fella writes in, gotta go. SEC Network is at the real UT today. Gotta cheer on those Vols, baby. Good luck to your Vols. I know who they're playing. Rick says, I cried when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup in 94. And this would be even bigger, Rick. Because it's football, it's the Jets. This would be even bigger than that. Rodgers can have a Messier-like arc to his career with a championship. In fact, this championship would be so big, Aaron would be remembered just as much as a Jet as he would a Packer. See, when Brady won in Tampa, like, it was great for Brady, great for Bucs fans, but Brady's legacy wasn't altered by that championship as significant as Rodgers' legacy would be altered if he won with the Jets. Like, it'd be so big for him to do it with the Jets. You would almost have to, like, associate Rodgers as Jet and Packer, just like Messier is Ranger. It'd be so different. Mitchell with a super chat. I don't know what form of currency this is. CA $6.99. Is that Canadian? Mitchell A checks in. Here's his super chat. Hey, Jake, first-time chatter. Will be flying in from Canada for the home opener on the 19th. Hope to see you and other Asmaniacs there. It was Canadian. There we go. Thanks for the $20 off my seats with SeatGeek. You're the man. That's awesome. Thank you, Mitchell. 1, for supporting the sponsor, and 2, I hope I get a chance to meet you. Stop by L5 the night of the home opener and say hello. Let's go. Mike writes in, not going to lie, I was tearing up when Michigan won the Natty. It's been a long time for us. Yeah, for Michigan, it was what, 97, but that was a shared national title? This was all your national title right here. Dominic Savain just became a Patreon member. Thank you, Dominic, for signing up. Appreciate your support. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Lasso out in Vegas, he says, just put another $20 on the Circa prop bet for the Jets to go undefeated in the regular season. What would that pay? $20 to win what? Big money. Boomtown says, can't understate Brady breaking the narrative that Belichick was the primary reason that he was so good and couldn't win without him, though. Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying it's not significant, but, like, no one's going to remember Tom Brady as a Buck. I'd argue if Aaron won his second championship and it's 1-1 between Green Bay and the Jets, because it's the Jets, because it's New York, I would argue that Aaron Rodgers would become known just as much as the Jet quarterback as he would have been the former Packer quarterback. Like, I think that's the significance. Mark Messier is remembered as a Ranger. He won 1 cup. He won 5 with the Oilers. Like, it just means more in New York. Oscar the Grouch says, did Vincent call in yet? I got in a little late this morning. Oh, V-Man called
Pledge
in.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to this republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
He blessed us with greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the wind down the show, so it's your last chance to get in. Adam is too cool, wants in on the gift.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
5 channel memberships right here, right now. Zach Bender, Kelly Cagg, Jai Sterling, John Prado. You are all channel members. Shout out to Adam is too cool for paying it forward. Adam, you're the man. I'm gifting another one right now. I'm paying it forward too. Let's go. We're gifting memberships left and right. The American people, the Asmaniacs, they've earned it. Best of the Jake Asman Show, episode 7, out now for all channel members. Enjoy the hilarity. Shout out to Boomtown and Gator for what they do to make that possible. 1 channel membership gifted officially by yours truly. Listener Mario Correa is the recipient of the membership. Congratulations. More super chats. Michael checks in. I was actually at the last division clincher versus the Packers in 2002 and the win versus the Dolts following week. Fans deserve this. I mean, that's probably one of the greatest 2-week stretches in Jets history. Clinch in 2002 and you blow out the Packers and then you blow out the Colts. Imagine a world where the Jets achieved things and it wasn't incredibly stressful along the way. Pretty crazy. But that's literally what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone who needs no introduction. He lives in the snow most of the year. He's inside right now. We say hello to Snowball. Hello, Snow.
Hello, Jake. What's up?
Give me a little wide.
Oh, yeah, right? Jets worldwide.
Yeah.
Wide. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to this season is the 5th play of offense.
Be a standing ovation at our watch party once we get there.
When that happens. And the thing I want to hear the most is Green 19. Green 19 set up. And that's all I want.
Give me a little Blue 58.
Blue 58. Blue 58 set up.
All right, now give me a little can.
Can. We'll get that going.
Bravo. You're just as good as Rodgers Realm, who does the Aaron.
What's the alternate call on can though?
I think he cans it, and then they either go back to Green 19, and then or it's Blue 58. I don't know. I want New York Bozo to come back. When's that one going to be available?
We should change it to something as maniac like. Maybe we'd like can Lowski, and like that'd be a good call.
I like it. We'll come up with something.
I like it too. All right. As maniacs.
You're one of the few with the camo hat. I think that's maybe the most underrated item in the merch store.
It is the most underrated. Well, it's not. I don't think it's the most underrated. I think
you and Chef Kevin, I know, have it, and you guys are two of my favorites, 2 of the best callers we have. So it's good to see that it is well represented with some heavy hitter callers. But I'm telling you, of all the hats that we have sold, the Asmaniac camo one does not get as many sales as I would have thought.
Well, you know what they say. I move merch. So people, if you're watching this camo hat, start buying it because it is the one that is going to rock MetLife unlike ever before.
Ladies and gentlemen, Snowball, the host of Jets Worldwide. Check that show out. Sunday mornings. Him and Johnny Boy. I will be going on that show. Not this week, but the following week. Tom Ace writes in, the roar when we found out we clinched the division was awesome when New England beat the Finns. It was just a party that day. And then the next week was insane. I mean, 41-0 over Peyton Manning. Crazy. Rick says, offer the dad hat and camo and I'll buy it. I don't believe that was an option for us, Rick, but I could look into that for you. We will work on that. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. Purple Belt Mike says, I am dying for Jets football. I know. Soon enough, Jet football will be back. The winning will start. The memories will be made. Greatness will be achieved. It's all happening.
I do love that about Jets fans. You know what I mean? They care so damn much. And this has been a shit season for sure. But we will be back. Hell yeah.
We will be back. Jason writes in, I just got off a cruise. Best part of it was having a JETS, Jets chant. Really? I like that. I like that. All right, last chance to get in here. Scott writes in, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. Thank you, Scott. I really have learned a lot from Scott. His influence on this show has been felt for a very, very long time.
All right, more calls right now. Scott is on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Hello, Scott.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm at a park right now, and I want to ask people if there are any Jet fans out here. But
are you in New York?
Yeah, it's in Saratoga Springs, which is like about 30 minutes north of Albany. You go right down the highway, easy drive. But yeah, it's really nice here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Maybe we have a Jet fan. Hey, come back here. Are you a Jet fan?
Oh my God.
No, you are Affleck. See, and maybe you are. I guess not. Probably not. Hey, who this follows Bobby Midnight? This is Jet talk here. Hey, I'll probably get in trouble, you know. So yeah, send Alan to the hole. Get that clown in there. And you know what? Put him.
Oh, we lost Scott. Man. I don't know what to say.
Thank you, Scott, for everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, ESPN New York has a survivor pool that opened up. If you download the ESPN New York app, not only can you hear me from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Monday, but you can enter the free survivor pool that ESPN New York is doing right on their app for the chance to win $2,000. It's super easy. All you do is open the app, hit survivor, then you hit the button register here, and you sign in. I'm already in the pool. So check it out. Rick wants to know, did Dre hook up with Scott yesterday in Saratoga?
Calm your freaky down.
I don't know. Mario says, thanks for the membership. Mario, I'm glad you enjoy it. Any relation to Dre Correa? Sean says, Herm Edwards was underappreciated. Yeah, I mean, Herm's time with the Jets has aged well because, one, they haven't won the division since he's been there. And they were a playoff team 3 times with Herm. I believe he's the only Jet coach that's done that. Right? 01, 02. No, 4 times. No, 3 times. 01, 02, 04 with Herm. Jake West says, Jake, the Chargers colors aren't good for you. Stick to green. You know, Jake West, I love the Jets, but I do wear other clothing when I'm not on the air. I appreciate it. Tom says 3 times in 5 seasons. Yeah, I mean, think about that. Like the thing with the Jets in the 2000s, they were a good franchise. Really, from 98 to 2011, you know, the Jets never had back-to-back losing seasons. They were a winning team. The problem was they played in the same division as Brady and Belichick. J-Lock, since the Niners paid Ayuk, does that mean they won't come to an agreement with Trent? No, I think they're going to try and get a deal done with Trent. I just hope it's not till after week 1. Dan writes in, Jake, is butt cheeks one word or should I spread them apart? Dan, you ask a great question, one of which I don't have the answer, but I can do this.
Excuse me, miss. I need to return this damn child. He's no good. Sometimes a child just is no good. Take his one back.
Yeah. King Lowski for life, baby. Sco writes in, I'm going to the season opener. Are you? In San Francisco or the home opener? J-Lock writes in, I love this channel. I love this team. Jake, keep up the great work. Thank you. J-Lock, I love you as well. All right. You are tremendous. Each and every one of you. Anyway, I think it's a good way to end the show. Thank you all for your support. Reminder, tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., Mad Dog Sports Radio. Monday morning, 6A, 10A, ESPN New York. Probably won't have a show tomorrow. We'll do something on Labor Day, maybe later on Monday when I get off radio. So be on the lookout for more content. Catch up on any shows that you missed. Also want to remind everyone again, we have the best weekly guest lineup in the world. If you're a Jet fan, you're getting Joe Badingo on Mondays and Fireman Ed on Fridays. And then in between, you're getting Will Parkinson, Robbie Sabo, Andrew Fialco, Jeff Parros, Nick Faria, and Boy Green. You kidding me? Plus a bunch of special guests mixed in along the way, as we always do. And next week, I'm excited to share, we've already booked Rich Cimini among our big guests to start previewing Jets-Niners ahead of week 1 on Monday Night Football. You guys ready to watch it all together at T-Squared? Let's go, baby. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. Reminder, if you want to contribute to the Keith Best GoFundMe, by the way, we're going to leave this open probably another week or so. Then I want to make sure we get the money to Keith. We've raised over $2,500, I believe, so far. So the link to support Keith Best's fight against cancer, one of our own, is linked in the description as well. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who gifted a membership. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's that easy to hit the subscribe button on the right-hand side. It's right over there. And it will help the channel continue to grow. Thanks again, everyone. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show. I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, 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 Jets. Let's get back to your calls right now. Let's go to Charles, who's up next on the Gusbuster Hotline. What's up, Charles?
Hey, Jake. Look, I was pleasantly surprised. Well, let me phrase that. Just Dwayne Brown is a bit.
The Russian Minister of Defense, Sergei Shoigu, and the General Chief of Staff, Vasily Gerasimov.
I'm sorry.
You have like some weird pain fetish.
I understand that, but
sorry, I am.
Oh my.
Hypocrite's a bit much. And honestly, I don't.
Oh, what
no, they don't need that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So what's up? You want me to give you those senoritas your phone number?
I'm sorry.
It's killing me. I'm just muttering randomly, but honestly, I don't.
How did
sorry, I am just.
Oh my. Oh my God. How did Gator do that? Just that. Oh my. I mean, what a ridiculous video. Joining us now is our guy, V-Man. V-Man, you're up next on the Gusbuster Hotline. What do you got for us, V-Man?
Dad, close the door. Close the door. Oh, Jake. Hey, man. What's up, Jake?
You look a little different, V-Man.
I was going to play a song for you, if that's okay. Because, Jake, I love you, man. So I've been busy. I was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Yeah, man.
How was the parade, V-Man?
It was not a good turnout. They won't let the trans testicle parade instead, and then there's not as many people at our parade. So, but it's good, man. I wanted to see you there, but you're not there. So, but that's okay. So I wrote this song for you, and it's like goes like this: bass, bass, and Jake, bass, bass, and Jake, bass, bass, and Jake. Bass, bass, and Jake.
You sound good, V-Man. I mean, maybe the best you've ever sounded.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little, I've had some of this stuff, so I'm not really all here, but bass, bass, and bass, 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 and Jake.
V-Man, thank you for the time, man.
Right.
The great V-Man checking in. Or was that V-Man? Or is this the real V-Man? Who's V-Man today? V-Man, are you V-Man or was the other guy V-Man?
I said ideal's meal. My God, that hurt.
How do I know this is you right now?
Because Linus is here.
Yeah, I guess if the V-Man imposter gets a dog, then we'll definitely not be able to tell you two apart now.
That really did hurt. That really did hurt watching.
V-Man, does it excite you knowing that you have such a following that someone went out of their way to try and impersonate you on the show?
I guess so, I guess in a way, I guess it is, But let's get back to talking about football.
You want to talk football? Back-to-back V-Mans today. You never know what you're going to get on this program.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Bass, Bass, and Jake. Get it started, Gator.
Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake.
Well, Super Jazz always cut the line.
And the Boyalo dances really fine.
When she's talking about them jets.
My senorita, she gets real happy.
Real happy? That female that doesn't rhyme.
Hey, Gator, it's a family show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake. Bass, Bass, and Jake.